Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and people of the internet. I am James Phoenix, and welcome to another edition of SlamTube here on Pez of the Mind. With me is Chris the Mole,
Hello.
and we are here to talk about the just finished WWE Payback 2017.
Yep.
Yes. So, what did you think of Payback?
Yeah, it's an okay pay-per-view.
Wasn't bad.
There was weird stuff.
There was.
We'll get into. There was good stuff. I made a profit.
Mole did. He made a profit.
Yep.
All right. So, we opened our evening with the pre-show, on which Enzo and Cass defeated Gallows and Anderson in a tag team match, which was a pretty standard match for those guys. Enzo beat Slaughter in most of it, then Cass beat them up, and they end up getting a victory.
Yep, it was okay.
Yeah. Also on the pre-show, we had a Miz TV segment where Miz interviewed Finn Balor that was highly entertaining.
The Miz parts were.
Mm.
Finn Balor's still kind of terrible on the mic.
Fair enough.
Like when he's like, yeah, it's the Balor Club. I mean, when he's like, listen to like, what do you all think? And they actually cheered Maurice. He's like, yeah, that's right. They all said they hate you. I'm like, no, they didn't. You're just ignoring them now.
It sounded like they were kind of booing, but fair enough.
They booed Miz, but when Miz did that, you heard loads of them cheer when she did her twirl and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
But Finn just comes across as awkward on the mic. A little stiff and awkward.
A little bit. A little bit. He's still entertaining, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd rather he work on his mic skills. He needs someone to speak for him until he gets there.
Fair enough. And then we opened up the pay-per-view proper with the United States Championship match of the champion Kevin Owens defending against challenger Chris Jericho.
Yep.
With the stipulation that if Jericho won the title, he would be automatically switched over to SmackDown as part of that deal.
Yep. WWE keeps making the mistake of which they've done before, but they kept highlighting it and saying it's two Canadians fighting for the title.
Yes.
It's not. It was one Canadian, one American, technically. Jericho was born in Florida.
True, he has dual citizenship, but...
Yeah, but he was born in Florida. That means he was born in America. He was and he lives in America. He's American.
No, he doesn't. He lives in Canada, doesn't he?
He has a home in Florida as well.
Oh, okay.
And like you just said, he has dual citizenship. He's American, technically.
Yeah, he's American.
And as Jericho himself mentioned, he is American, but the reason he normally bills himself as from Canada is he was a big fan of the Hearts. So he wanted to, and he came from that dungeon and stuff, so he wanted to embrace the fact a load of the best wrestlers at the time came from Canada, so he wanted to jump on that bandwagon.
Fair enough.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I'm like, but he's not Canadian.
He's from Winnipeg, you idiot. No. Anyway. So, a bit surprisingly to me, I thought it was a foregone conclusion that Kevin Owens would retain the belt here because it's kind of known Jericho's leaving to go on tour at some point in the not too distant future. But Jericho pulled out a victory with the Walls of Jericho submission.
Yep, ditto. I wish I'd bet on Jericho. I'll admit that was one of my bets I lost. I bet on Kevin Owens because it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that Owens will keep the title. He's going to destroy Jericho. It's a done deal. Even the odds were you had to put a lot of money on just to get £1 back from Owens.
Where
the odds of Jericho winning were fucking huge, so I would have got a lot back if I'd bet for Jericho.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Gamble. It makes it fun.
Pretty much. And I think they still like to the storyline of the last time they had a match, Kevin Owens survived the walls by one finger, and this time after doing it in this match, Jericho slammed his arm in the steps so he couldn't do it again.
Yep.
That was cool. Good match between those two, as was expected.
Yeah, that was a fun match.
Yeah.
It was weird that, like I said, it was weird that was the opening.
Yeah, a little bit. So following this match, we had the Cruiserweight Championship match, Austin Aries versus Neville.
Which was
Yeah.
There's still no reason to get invested in this match.
I was invested. I mean, these two have been going back and forth on promos on both Raw and 205 Live. They have a great rivalry going.
In your opinion? I'm like, it was. In my opinion, it was dull. They still haven't found a way to make the cruiserweights interesting yet.
In your opinion?
I started the sentence of "in my opinion."
Fair enough. Austin Aries did manage to win the match, but unfortunately it was by disqualification because Neville, who was trapped in a Lance Chancery submission, threw the ref across the ring, and the ref had to DQ him.
Yep.
So Neville keeps his belt, but Aries gets a victory.
Yep.
Following this up, we had a tag team title defense, the Hardy Boys defending the Raw tag team titles against Cesaro.
This match was duller than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
I thought this would be a good match. It was just sort of like it happened.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing because Cesaro was a lot duller on the social media lounge during the pre-show too than I expected them to be.
Yep. And then when you cut to about the end of the match was interesting.
Yes, after the Hardys did successfully retain the tag titles, Cesaro shook their hands, held their hands up, and then left, only to come back and assault them.
Yep.
Which I did not see coming.
Yep, which was weird. And it's interesting, at least.
Yeah, definitely. It's certainly interesting. After that, the Women's Championship match, Alexa Bliss versus Bayley in Bayley's hometown.
This was one of the first ones I made money on. Woo!
Indeed, Alexa Bliss pulled out a victory and won herself the Raw Women's Championship, becoming the first woman ever to have held both the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championships.
Yep. And it works too, because she makes a good champion. I like Alexa Bliss.
She does. She needs to work on her in-ring work a little bit, particularly I think if she, in addition to the Twisted Bliss, adopted an impact finisher of some kind, I think it would help. But she's still very good on the mic, and her ring skills are definitely good enough to keep her going.
Yep, which, like I said, she also does the psychology really well in the ring.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good to see. And I'll admit, I'm okay with her not having an impact finisher. It's like, how many years did Jericho survive with just the walls?
True.
It works. She can get an impact one later, but at the moment, what she does, I like it. It's fun.
Fair enough. Yeah, she is definitely entertaining to watch.
She is.
So after this, we went off property to the undisclosed location for the House of Horrors match.
Also known as Rip Off the Final Deletion match. Woo!
Yeah, pretty much.
Someone had to say it. I figured it'd be the guy who saw the match.
Yep. Well, I think technically they are the Rip Off the Final Deletion match was when the Wyatts fought the New Day at the Wyatt compound.
No, because they did a few matches back and forth in the weeks, and it was filmed the same way.
Okay.
Same shots inside the house and stuff.
Okay.
The Wyatt compound one seemed more like a parking lot brawl gone bad. Well, this one just felt more like it, and it is weird as fuck. This is so stupid. I can't stress
this is bizarre.
This was so stupid and so terrible. It was fun because it was like, what kind of... No, none of this should work. Where it's like, oh, he pulled a doll from the ceiling. Oh, he's dropped a fridge on him. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, Randy Orton began wandering through the house and was periodically jumped from behind by Bray Wyatt. There's a scene of him in the living room as things get knocked over. He walks into a bedroom like some kind of nursery with baby dolls hanging from the ceiling. He ends up walking into the kitchen and they hit each other with dirty dishes.
Yep. Look out, everyone. Bray doesn't do dishes. Ooh,
Yep.
monster.
And then Bray dropped a fridge on him, a dirty old fridge.
Yep. And we also had the bit where Orton was on the outside beforehand, where he comes in like a limo, gets out, goes to walk, and they do like the Amityville light flashing. He looks through the window and sees Bray there, and he's not, and and it's all got these weird like horror movie angles to it. It was terrible. It wasn't good.
No, not
It's
at
like
all.
credit where credit's due to the Matt Hardy one. They did that on weekly segments more than big pay-per-views because they're normally special, and they kept actual matches for pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the second Randy Orton v Bray match where they haven't decided how they're gonna book it right.
Yeah.
Like WrestleMania, oh, let's just throw some stupid bugs on the floor. That'll entertain some idiots.
Yeah, well,
This one, dolls.
Well, this was going to happen inevitably because it's well known that they booked this House of Horrors match, and then like a couple of weeks later, WWE has those group of like people they send surveys to sometimes to ask questions, and they sent out a survey asking, "What would you like to see in a House of Horrors match?" So they booked the match without even knowing what the hell it was.
Yeah, which is terrible. It should. I figured it was going to be like the boiler room brawl or something like that, but it wasn't. It was just
No.
a really over the top, cheesy, stupid moment, and it's fun, weird as well because one of the reasons the other one works when we talked about like the Hardys one, they embraced the over the topness. This tried to do it like it was serious.
Mm-hmm.
And you cut back to the commentators, and you got Michael Cole doing his "Oh my god," oh. And Corey Graves was doing it too, and Booker T just has a look on his face like, "How the fuck am I supposed to sell this?"
Mm-mm.
This is like, as I reposted to Jim before, this is like Dungeon of Doom bad.
Yep.
Oh, so stupid.
Yep. Booker T's that's like, I got beat up in a supermarket, and that wasn't as stupid.
Yep. And even the supermarket one, again, it was played for laughs.
Yeah.
So therefore, them doing it for fun would work. This was played like it was terrifying and, oh my god, what's going to happen in all seriousness, and it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny because it doesn't work, but you shouldn't enjoy something ironically in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, segments like this on wrestling, as much as they've worked for other companies, they shouldn't happen. Wrestling should always be filmed in real time, not pre-planned camera cuts and stuff. We need, because yes, wrestling's fake, we know this, but there's an art to it. Stuff like this kind of cheapens it.
Yeah. Yeah. I can agree with that. So yes, after all the weirdness, Randy Orton is buried under a fridge. Bray Wyatt stumbles his way coughing and hacking out of the building and collapses on the lawn, and then raises his arms, displaying his amazing new power to change the house's color.
Yep. Then he gets into a limo, and Teddy Long turns around and goes, "Where to, Bray?" And then we cut to Seth Rollins v Samoa Joe.
Yep.
It's possible the last bit didn't happen.
Now, Bray Wyatt just told the driver to take him to the arena, and then he's saying he's got the whole world in his hands as he left.
Take me to the arena. Like, the driver didn't know where he was going to go to next. Like, they hired someone that didn't tell him the route. But yeah, it was stupid. Like I said to you, like, oh, we can change a nominate object's color. It's like, oh, no, it's red.
Mm-hmm. So it was explained that this was going to happen now, but that the match would inevitably end back at the arena by either pinfall, submission, or a forfeiture.
Although if he can turn stuff into the color yellow, the Green Lantern must be shitting himself.
Yeah.
I remember that weakness.
And then they retcon that.
They did. Then it became wood, which means you could kill him with a number 2 pencil.
No, wasn't it wood before that? Because wasn't Alan Scott's weakness wood?
Well, yeah, then they went back to wood at one point. Then they had yellow in between, and it was like specific objects that are yellow.
Oh.
A number 2 pencil that's both wood and yellow could kill them all. It's brilliant.
See, I thought the yellow thing they got rid of when they pulled Parallax out of the power battery, but that's a debate for another time.
Yeah, which the yellow thing just got retconned because they realized how stupid it is to have someone whose weakness is yellow.
Yeah,
Like, Superman has kryptonite and everyone can get hold of that, but the color yellow, I fucking own clothes that yellow. I could just throw a t-shirt and it'd be done.
yeah.
It's not like it's hard to come by. In a universe where they can find bits of Superman's homeworld that blew up millions of years, like light
Galaxies and
years,
galaxies away.
yeah, light years away, they can still find bits of it. It's not like they wouldn't be able to find the color yellow,
Yeah, yeah.
which is easier to find. Like, even at the top of this fucking video is something the color yellow. It says live.
Yep. You would think the yellow sunlight would kill him as soon as he set foot on Earth.
No, because it's like a white light that comes from the sun, statistically speaking, if you funnel it through colors.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But you think
Anyway.
every time he peed, he'd collapse.
Yeah. We'll do a video on Green Lantern another time, though. Anyway, we come back
to Green Lantern's pissing. Next video.
Yes,
How does the Green Lantern pee? Leave a comment below.
exactly. So we come back to the arena where we have the grudge match between Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe.
Great match. Even though I watched it after, even though I missed it a little bit when I watched the highlights, shitty ending. It's like the small package women roll-ups they used to do style ending.
Samoa Joe
Like
applied the submission hold and Rollins just flipped himself over and turned it into a pinfall.
But it worked, and Samoa Joe kept targeting the injured leg.
Yep, smart.
And Seth Rollins won.
He did.
Bring me some money.
Indeed. Congratulations to Seth Rollins. So after this, when we clean that out of the ring, we see Bray Wyatt's limo arriving at the building. And he gets out still hacking and wheezing and stumbles his way to the arena, managing to pick up his lantern along the way.
And looked travel sickness.
Yes. So he stumbles his way down the ramp with his lantern hand and gets in the ring as the Fireflies all light up, including one douchebag in red.
Yep.
And then Bray Wyatt got in the ring and posed to raise the lights, only for the lights to raise to reveal Randy Orton standing directly behind him with a steel chair. And
it's never explained.
Nope.
Like, how the fuck did... Like, I said to Jim, Orton should appear on, like, an ATV, like Austin style, zoom down to the ramp or something. Like, you can understand how he's tracked him down this fast.
Yeah.
Something. But for him to just already be there long enough to have got a steel chair and hid.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And then Orton started to beat him up.
Yep, then Orton punched him in the face. He hit him in the back with a steel chair and beat him up. And Bray Wyatt tried to take control. They fought around the ringside for a little while, got back in the ring. Bray went for his sister Abigail. Orton reversed it, pushed Wyatt off the ropes. Wyatt went for something else. Orton was taking control of the match, and then he got attacked by the Bollywood Boys out of nowhere. The Singh brothers, who jumped him and beat him up, but Orton managed to throw one of them out of the ring and then RKO he did the power slam on the other one, the spinning power slam, and took them out of the picture. Went back to Bray Wyatt, managed to counter a Sister Abigail, dropped Bray Wyatt with an RKO, but then was hit in the back of the head with the WWE title by Jinder Mahal.
Yep.
Which took Orton down as Jinder stopped him and beat him up, and then Randy Orton ate a Sister Abigail, and Bray Wyatt picked up the victory.
Yep, and I like the fact, to show he was still injured and all that, Bray just lay there.
He did. He sold it. It was good.
Which, yeah, that was the end of part 2 of the House of Horrible.
Horrors, yep.
Yep, it was a horror to see.
It was. It was.
The whole thing was terrible. Or I will say, Bray won me some money.
He did.
Accidentally.
I'm gonna rank the House of Horrors match up there at the with what was it, the kennel match.
Kennel in a cell.
Yeah, rank that with Kennel in a Cell right up there. And they have stupid match ideas.
Yep. Kennel in a Cell made sense on paper. Because you have a steel cage and you have a Hell in a Cell around it, and then you have vicious dogs. That makes sense. Oh my god, that's fucking terrifying. In practice, you have a cage, some dogs walking around shitting on the floor and like looking around bored, shitless, and a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Those poor dogs.
Yep. This match was so terrible, I thought Vince Russo was back.
Yeah, I can see that.
It was not good.
No, it was bad. So once that
However,
finished,
Bray won, so Bray can move on to possibly finning a feud, Finn, like he's been doing.
maybe I can
I
see
mean,
that.
he was feuding with Finn before. He was feuding with Orton again, or technically, he was feuding with Finn in the middle of feuding with Orton still.
Hmm. Yeah.
Also, as I mentioned, Jim, why wasn't this a title match?
Because they didn't want Randy or they didn't want Bray Wyatt to bring the title to Raw.
Yes, but contractually speaking, he signed an agreement, and as they always say, he gets a rematch clause.
Well, apparently not, and it's not the first time they've conveniently forgotten about the rematch clause either.
I know, but we always pick up on them when they do that.
Yeah,
We
which is
always address it. We don't just ignore it for ease.
well, Bray Wyatt can put that in his pocket. He's got one he can pull out later. He's got a redemption voucher.
Yeah, it'll be Finn versus Bray with both their titles on the line in a ladder match, a horrors match.
Yeah, something like
Which would be the exact same thing as this, but you have to win by a ladder when you get back into the ring.
pretty much.
Who will it be? Will it be the prophet of Sister Abigail, or the demon? Ooh,
Ooh.
like that'll be a good feud. That'll be a fucking terrible feud.
Mhm.
Like I said, Finn's terrible on the mic and can't act, which is all Bray has going for him.
That's good. Let Bray do all the talking.
Finn's style in the ring of jumping off shit has now been made not as good by having the Hardys back and the Cruiserweights on the card before it.
Mm,
So none of this on paper works.
yeah, want to see what happens. Well, after we did this, we had a video package reminding us of our main event, which was introduced of the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns.
First to Tonka.
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
It should have been.
It should have been.
No, but Braun Strowman v Reigns, in which Braun Strowman has thrown a car on Reigns before. What's up with WWE recently? They've now realised, okay, people know we're fake. Let's just be as fake as we fucking can.
Yeah.
Like, the only way that would have been worse is if Roman Reigns had Superman punched a car back at him.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is this?
They're testing the water to see if they can still get away with making WWE Brawl.
Yeah, but it's weird to go from the reality era, as they were pushing, where like you had CM Punk breaking the fourth wall all the time, and you had superstars feuding on Twitter to blur the lines between reality, to House of Horrors and cars being thrown at each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what?
In all fairness, the cycle actually makes sense because reality television was big and it was a whole new thing and everybody loved it. And then everybody realized it was shit.
But yet reality TV still draws higher ratings than most TV shows.
That's true.
Yep, like more people still are interested in the Kardashians
Mm-hmm.
than they are in most TV shows on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Which how does that make you feel, Jim, to know your person of interest drew less ratings than most reality TV shows? I can see you tying a noose. I don't want to live in this world anymore. Yep, he hung himself with a wireless headset. That takes skill. But yeah, we had this match, which was an okay match. It was basically just a beatdown. The storyline they're clearly going for is Reigns wasn't 100%. But his next match, if he's 100%, ooh.
Yeah, Roman Reigns had a ton of body tape on his shoulder and chest area.
Yep.
And he tried to put
wrestlers wax a lot.
Yep, and he tried to put it off a fight. He did hit a spear and a couple of Superman punches, but it wasn't enough. Braun Strowman came out victorious and picked up a victory. And then he proceeded. The crowd thanked him profusely. And he then proceeded to continue to assault Roman Reigns by picking up the steel stairs, putting him in the ring, and dropping Reigns face first onto them. And then proceeding to, after Roman was on the ground, hit him in the gut with the stairs really hard.
And the crowd did the other chant, which I'm like, oh, you've ruined it. They did thank you, Reigns. When they also did, you deserved it to Strowman. I'm like, no, when they're thanking Strowman for beating up Reigns, and then they're like, you deserved it. He deserved what? It was a fake beatdown. No one deserved fucking anything.
No, I believe the chant was intended to say Roman Reigns deserved a beatdown. I think was what they were trying to get across.
But they say it every time anyone wins anything.
I know.
You deserved it. So it's ruined. That chant's shit.
Yeah.
That chant needs to go away.
Yeah. Good luck. We've been trying to get rid of what for 15 years, and it's still around.
What is still better than yes and no.
Fair enough.
Because I remember when wrestling used to have questions that were open-ended instead of deliberately making them yes or no, for the crowd could go yes, no.
Mm.
But apparently the crowd's gotten stupider.
Yeah.
They can't handle a third choice.
Damn millennials. Anyway, after the match, the Pat Patterson and Finlay, I think was it Pat Patterson? No, it was Finlay and
it was Finlay and Colin Farrell.
No, I think it was Finlay and I think it was
Evan Fedline.
No, I think it was Jamie Noble.
It was Finlay and Ashton Kutcher.
No, that would have been better though. Roman Reigns just laying bleeding on the ground. Ashton Kutcher was like, "You just got punked, Roman."
That would have been better in the House of Horrors.
Yeah.
Bray comes out, yeah, you just got punked. Wait, what? We tricked you into thinking you had powers over dolls and to turn a house red. I still like my suggestion to you of Bo Dallas randomly walking out in a towel like he's just got out the shower, opening up the fridge on top of it and grabbing a beer and going, sorry, bro, I let myself in, and just walking out the room again.
Yep.
I would have just been like, oh my God, I can die happy. This is like the greatest moment ever.
That would have been the most amazing thing ever. I would have approved. Like, oh. That would have been great.
At that point, I'd be like, you're now officially embracing the stupidness. Yeah.
Yep. So after the match, we see the Roman Reigns is bleeding all over the ring, and we see Pat. I want to say Pat Patterson. Finlay. Finlay looks like Pat Patterson younger. Anyway, Finlay
Pat Patterson didn't even look like Pat Patterson younger when you first saw him.
That's true. Anyway, Finlay and I think Jamie Noble and the officials that tried to assist Roman Reigns and tried to help him walk up out of the ring and walk up the ramp. And then they got him over to the announce table area, and the EMTs came out with a gurney, and Roman refused to get on the gurney, saying he was going to walk out under his own power. And the show ended with Roman limping away.
Yep. And then we cut to Kane backstage, and he's like, huh. So that's what that felt like, and threw his See No Evil into the bin. As the crowd chanted to Kane, you deserved it.
Yes.
Did I? Yes, yes, yes.
And that was Payback.
Definitely pay back. Yep, I made more money off Payback than the entire network cost for the month, so yay.
Yeah, that worked out.
Hell, my money I made from that can cover the network for the next couple of months or so.
Hey, perfect, there you go.
So basically, this show printed money.
It did. That's good.
But
you should put money on everything.
Whether or not it made me money, yeah, I said that to you, but whether or not it makes me money doesn't matter. The pay-per-view is still not good.
Not really. There were a couple of good matches. Owens Jericho was good. Rollins Joe was good. The women's title match was.
Owens Jericho was okay. Their WrestleMania match was better. It's like they knew this was an opening match, so they didn't put as much effort in.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. I still liked it. And then
It
Rollins.
was still good. It just wasn't up to their previous match.
Yeah. Rollins and Joe was good. The women's title match was good. But the House of Horrors match was stupid and unnecessary.
House of
And
Horrors was stupid and unnecessary. The Joe match ended with the pinfall in a weird way, which was like, what? Oh, come on.
And the last match was nothing but a beatdown.
The tag match was dull, and the last match was basically, hey, let's keep punishing Reigns until you like him. He's Jesus, and you're all Jewish.
No, see, Vince is finally realized he's trying to push Roman. It doesn't work. He's like, damn it, they won't take Roman. Why don't they take Roman? And Hunter's like, hey, Dad, they seem to really like Braun. Wait, an even bigger guy they like. Yes, push Braun.
No. They're punishing Reigns this way. Soon, next week on Raw, Reigns is going to come out with a crown of thorns and carrying a crucifix to say that he's dying for all your sins.
Oh, God.
Why not? And he's going to finally get an attire change into just like a toga and some sandals. And everyone will be like, you're trying to look like a famous carpenter. I forget his name. I think it was Jesse?
Something like that.
Or Jesus?
Oh, I would be no. That dude was Chavo's old protege.
That was the joke. I thought I went Jesus and then just went.
Mm-hmm.
Reigns died for Daniel Bryan's sins.
Apparently, I would have asked if they, given that they're going with the goofiness and stupid stuff, I would ask if they did that just for the sake of seeing the reaction they would get.
Jesus.
Yeah. Even better, talk about Roman Reigns
and the little facial stuff.
Yeah, even better. Talk about how Roman Reigns died for your sins than having him come dressed as Jesus but wearing an Optimus Prime mask.
Mm-hmm. I would still laugh like fuck if they keep doing that. He's Jesus. Mainly because then we've got a feud for when CM Punk comes back because they stole his character.
True. And in the interim, they can feud him with Seth Rollins and they can have Jesus versus Neezus.
Yep. But it's weird. This pay-per-view is weird. It wasn't a terrible pay-per-view. It was just filled with terrible stuff.
It was, yeah. That's generally what happened.
Hopefully Backlash is better.
Hopefully. We do know looking forward to Backlash. The main event will be Randy Orton defending his WWE title against Jinder Mahal, so that should be interesting.
Yep. And the women's feud on SmackDown's really interesting, so I'm curious to see where that'll go for the pay-per-view properly.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Becky might end up heel turning and leading the new faction.
I'm thinking it might be the other way around, that those two teaming against the heel faction.
Could be. With Naomi on their team, the three of them versus the three heels.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I can see that. Interesting to play that out. But yeah, all right. So with that, we will see you guys for Backlash in a few weeks. SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view.
Pokeball.
Oh, God. Speaking of balls, did you hear what they did to Bad Blood?
What did they do to Bad Blood?
The Bad Blood pay-per-view on July 9th. They changed its arena, which, fair enough, they moved to a different city. But they changed the name of it. Instead of Bad Blood, it's now WWE Great Balls of Fire.
Okay.
That is official. There's a logo and everything.
I would accept this. To be fair, that's fine. That could be fun. As long as they have a particular song for it. If that's not the theme song for the pay-per-view, you've ruined it.
Pretty much. It is also worth noting that when the arena the arena was the one who announced this and put out the logo and the information. It's worth noting that the arena also announced as part of their promo that at said July 9th pay-per-view, Brock Lesnar would have his first defense of the Universal Championship. So don't expect the Universal Champion around for the next 2 months.
Fair enough. Did anyone really expect him there?
No.
I didn't expect him till like a big one. Like I didn't expect him till SummerSlam.
Fair enough. Apparently, it's going to be a Great Balls of Fire, so we shall see how that.
In a Great Balls of Fire match.
Sure, why not?
That could be a thing.
It could be a thing.
But
with that, this has been Payback. We will see you guys for Backlash when our good friend Richter Hammer, our host and leader, will have returned. He could not make it here for Payback this evening. And Mole, thank you for joining me.
Yep. Richter couldn't be here tonight. He was busy writing for WWE, the House of Horrors match.
Oh, that's not right.
It's his crescendo.
No.
It's his Citizen Kane. By the way, if you look very closely, when it turns red, it looks like it's an Autobot.
Yes. Now, it's even more likely that Roman Reigns is going to come out dressed as Jesus in Optimus Prime mask.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll see you next time, folks. Peace.